some sort of your favorite art tips you'd give to someone starting out? First of all, just draw. Because a lot of people like don't even start because they feel they don't know enough. Just do it. Because I think like, let me turn off the music so I can. I think like it all starts by you liking to do it regardless of the results you're getting. And never like, it's really good for you to see other people's art and get inspired by it. But if it's like affecting you on a level like, if it's making you compare and feel like you'll never like achieve a certain level, first of all, you need to think that the level you want to achieve is always gonna be like way higher than your current skills. So that's a good thing because it's gonna like keep you trying to get better, and that's like the main thing. But like, I don't want to make it as simple as, oh, just practice. But like, if you're really starting out, for now, just draw whatever you feel like, whatever you want, even if it's bad, even if it's good, whatever comes out. Like, just explore and try to like understand what is your. If you like all mediums, like if you like digital, if you like traditional, if you like if it's painting or Copics or markers or just like pencil, or if it's purely digital, and then you start learning, like then you'll see, like, because there are many types of art you can do. You just need to like understand what kind of art you can do. So you only start to understand it and find the type of art you want to do if you just do it without thinking much. Like, because it's expression, right? You don't really force expression. You just go with it. So yeah, like, you just let yourself go with the flow for now. And when you start to like understand yourself artistically, that's when you start to study like for more specific things. And you don't need to know like and study everything and understand everything flawlessly to like do good art. Like, my anatomy is still very big. But what I recommend if you're actually really just starting out is to just actually like start. Like, spend 15 minutes on Pinterest just scrolling, seeing something. You're gonna feel something. You're gonna feel like a pull into starting something, and then an idea comes out, and then you try to do it, and then you're gonna feel like really frustrated because it's not gonna come out as you envision in your head. But it's fine. Like, you try and you accept the process. Yeah, I think that's the, because like my best memories with art before like it becoming a job and blah 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 was when I was doing it just for the sake of doing it, and I couldn't give I couldn't care less if it was good or bad, as long as like it was making me feel stuff. So yeah, if that's the sort of connection you're to find in art, my honest advice is literally just do it. As cliche as it might sound, there's no right or wrong way to do art, in my opinion. I have a little less serious question now. What's the most useful? The most useful, interesting question. What do you mean useful? Because I mean, I'd say black. It's not a color. It's the absence of color, technically. But what do you mean, like, useful? Because it really depends on the context. I suppose it depends on preference. Some use blue for sketching, and you mentioned black, so I really don't think about it. I can sketch like either with green, with blue, with. It really depends. Like, it really depends. Like, what's your? It really depends what you want to do. I don't think like that's even. It doesn't matter. Like, color. You shouldn't think about it for now, at least. Because like, what if I just draw in like monochromatic palettes? And by that I mean like I use one color in different tones, and that's my favorite color. Then that's my most important color. But what if I just do sketching on a sketchbook and I use like these markers or these pens? Then it's gonna be black because it's the main color. I think that's really personal. For this one. Oh, hold on. I think I actually... See? I used, like, green for sketching on this one. So it's really, like, I don't know. There's not a most important. How many brushes does one need? Honestly, like, one or two. I can show you. Hold on. Me, personally, I struggled a lot with the brush fucking... When I was figuring out my style, I thought it was dependent on the brush. It is not. Or it can be. Because, like, for me, I only use, like, two brushes. But... they're very specific to me. So those are the ones that work for me. It really then depends on like how you want your art to look, because brushes now have a bunch of different like textures. When I started, it wasn't so like advanced. But as you can see, like I use Pencil Sci, that is like a freaking software from like 2000s, and they did not update it. They never update it. It's not like it's completely outdated. And still, and the brushes here are self-made. Like you have to toggle the freaking little settings to get the perfect like brush for you. Me personally, I'm gonna show you. I use a couple of brushes. I kind of replicated them on Procreate because it's the only other software that I used to draw. And I realized using it that I was kind of like dependent on my line art brush. My line art brush looks like this. It's like has this like paper texture to it, but it's very simple. You see? So I kind of try to make all the brushes that I used to draw on other software look like this. So I can like see how irregular it is up close. That's mine. And then for coloring, it was the struggle. The big struggle was the coloring brushes because like I couldn't. The problem was that it was not about the brushes. It was my technique. I couldn't figure out what technique I wanted to use. If I wanted to render, if I wanted to just flat shade. And then I ended up in this like kind of cell shading rendering style. And how I color is literally just by selecting and hairbrushing things. So like I use the selection tool. Let's imagine like some random shape. We have a circle. And I use like the airbrush tool. I just layer over layer over layer over layer detail my like I will block this layer. I don't know. Let me show you. I select it. I color it. Hold on. Oh, I fucked up. Try again. Okay. So I select it. I color it. I select it. I color it. I select it. I color it. I color it. Select it. Color it. And this is very rushed and whatever. But like, but that's my style. A lot of people like they rather have things. Yeah, they rather have it like. And I mean that can be done too. That comes with time. Hello, Rach. So yeah, I use this airbrush, and then I have one very, very specific brush as well for when I do not want to use airbrush for shading, and I want like to tweak details. For example, I'll show you. That is this one. It's called Oil. It's just some random. I don't even have it on other software, but I don't know. Imagine that I want to fix like some highlights here. I just color pick whatever I want to fix, and I just go over it slowly. And it blends kind of nicely. And then if I'm not satisfied with the blending, I just come with a blending tool, some random one, and then there. So yeah, basically 2 brushes or 3. But then it really depends on your style specifically because I've seen a lot of people very dependent on the brushes they use because their coloring is supposed to like bring certain texture. But like you have so many brushes like nowadays. It's really easy. Like and the fun part about starting out is that you get to explore with all of them and you will probably find fun ways to work with all of them in different ways because you are not stuck to a style or a process. And I see myself like stuck sometimes. I want to get out of my comfort zone and I can't because I'm so used to my process that when I try to experiment something new, I just can't because my brush is already defined. So like there's no room for new things. It's kind of mental blocking. There are a lot of like free stuff online for Procreate. And, you can find like brush settings on Pinterest. Like you type Pencil Sci brush settings, and then they will give you like the exact thingies for brushes. It's kind of old, but it works.